Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally going to be doing a brow tutorial. I'm going to show you 3 different methods that I use to do my eyebrows. One is using a powder, one is using a pencil, and one is using a pomade. I've used all 3 of these in the past and I like each one of them for different reasons. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I give some extra tips and tricks on how I do my eyebrows, and also I talk a little bit about getting your eyebrows done. And yeah, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and leave a comment on what you'd like to see next. And yeah, let's just get started. Before I start my brows every day, I tweeze using my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow tweezers. These are hands down the best tweezers I've ever used in my life. Then I apply my foundation and my concealer and my face powder and my contour always before I do my brows. I did my full face today just because I didn't want to look like an egg while doing this tutorial. The first method I'm going to show you is using a brow powder. So I'm going to be using the City and Color Bold Brow Eyebrow Powder in medium. And as you can see, this comes with 2 different colors. And I'm going to be using both today. So I'm going to take my little angled brush, this one right here, and I'm going to dip into the lighter color. I'm just going to use that at the front of my brow here. I'm going to underline the bottom first and then blend upwards. Then I'm just going to move it backwards to blend into the darker color we're going to add. And then I'm going to take that darker color and continue to underline the bottom of my brow and then blend upward like before. And in the middle right here, I'm really gonna try and blend the 2 colors that I used. And I do really like to extend the tail of my brow because it's not as long or full as I'd like it to be. So I'm just going to extend it a little bit. And the great thing about using a powder is that if you need to correct anything, you can literally just wipe it off with your finger. And I'm just gonna build up this arch. And that's it completed. And then just to set the brow hairs to make sure they don't move, I'm just going to take a little hairspray and spray it on my spoolie. And I'm just going to brush through, and this is going to make sure the brow hairs stay in place all day long, especially on my tail. They always move around at my tail. And there's the eyebrow with eyebrow powder on. And there's the before and after. And so the next method I'm going to do is using a brow pencil. It's more like a crayon, I'd say. This is the Ardell. It just says Ardell Dark Brown. It's like it kind of reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer because it kind of has like that diamondy shape. So this one's going to be a little different because we're not using 2 different colors. I'm just going to brush the eyebrow hairs upwards, and then I'm going to start at the front of my brow and underline it. At the front, I really like to use a light pressure, and then I like to build up the pressure the further back I go, just because I like that more gradient look where it's lighter at the front. And then I'm just gonna slowly build it up. And then at the front, I just make hair-like strokes pointing upward, mimicking the same kind of growth as my natural hair. To me, it's all about mimicking the hair growth to make it look the most natural. And then at the back here, I'm just going to build my arch, and then I'm going to build on the tail. Just going to extend the tail, and then I'm just going to use my spoolie and brush out the color. It's just gonna blend it all together really nicely. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Great Lash Brow Mascara, which is like a brow gel, and just comb through my brow hair. And then that is the final eyebrow look with the brow pencil. And there's my before and after. Okay, and so this is the last brow method that I use. So I'm just gonna take my Ardell Dark Brown Brow Pomade, and it came with this little angled brush with a spoolie on the end, which is really great. I'm just going to slightly dip in, just like this, not scooping it out or anything, just lightly tapping the color And again, building the arch of my brow. When I build my arch, I kind of like to go a little bit upwards. That is the way my natural brow kind of goes. If you can see on this one, it's not like, I don't have very straight brows. They do kind of arch a little bit up at the top. And as always, just extending my tail. I really like this brush that it came with. Helps me get a really nice and defined brow. And then just taking the spoolie end and pushing everything upwards just to blend. For ultimate all day wear, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. This is like basically dried up, but I can't seem to part with it. I always brush my hairs upwards and out. No. And that is brow number 3. That's the before and after. Okay, and now I'm going to give a couple little tips on enhancing your brow area. So you could always use concealer to clean up your brows. I'm just going to take a really small defined shader brush and I'm just going to pick it up on my concealer. What you do is you just outline the brow. So I just raise my brows up a little bit. You could also do the tops, but I like the top of my brow to be a little bit messier, a little less cleaned up than the bottom of my brow. But this really defines the brow and gives it that sharper look. And another thing that I like to do is I like to highlight my brow bone. So I'm just going to take another, this is a little bit more of a flatter, smaller shader brush, and I'm going to take a highlighter. So I'm just going to use my Jeffree StarXmannymua collab highlighter in Eclipse, and I'm just going to highlight right here. And this is really going to make the brow bone appear more lifted. So I'm just applying it right under the arch and blending it out. And that's the little difference there. See, this one appears a lot brighter than this one. Now I'm just going to copy it on this side so I don't look like a freak. Alright, and that's what I like to do to kind of give my brows a little bit more definition. This is usually what I do when I go for like a really full glam look, and yeah. And so now in terms of hair, like eyebrow hair removal, I prefer to get my eyebrows threaded. Threading is a lot better for your skin. Waxing, it is quicker, it is a little bit less painful and less expensive, but every time you wax, you are removing a layer of your skin, which in the long run will give you more wrinkles because you're just losing all of that collagen in your skin. Threading is more precise. You can be so much more precise with the thread. It is a little bit more painful and a little bit like a couple dollars extra, but it is so worth it, especially when a lot of people are allergic to wax. Threading is sometimes a better option, and yeah, that's just what I like to do. At one of my jobs, I do wax and thread eyebrows. I myself, people always ask me what I prefer, and I prefer to thread my eyebrows. It's just a lot better for your skin. I think that's all I have to say in terms of my eyebrows. I really hope you liked this tutorial. Let me know in the comments below which method you prefer for your eyebrows, powder, pencil, or a pomade. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my Instagram, SamiamBeautyX, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Are you kidding? And where's my concealer? I prefer to get my eyebrows threaded. And therefore waxing is better, threading is better. Oh, almost forgot to mention I got my hair done.